Hello. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Lillian, your girl. It's a beautiful day today that the Lord has made, and He said we should rejoice and be glad in it.
You
So
bet.
today I have somebody that both of us are going to be doing this show together. Her name is Nena, aka Foxy Mama 365. Thank you for coming.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Thank you for coming on the show today. I am so happy that you are here. Let me just be sure that people are seeing us, because sometimes when you go live, people don't just see you straight away, or sometimes they see you or you have to let them know. But let me leave you while you are doing your introduction. Tell us a little bit about who is Foxy Mama. Some one or two things you really want us to know about you. Tell us a little bit.
Hi, everyone. Lillian, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Nana Chukwueke. I'm all the way in Calgary, Canada. So we have a beautiful white Christmas and holiday. So we are right in the snow. I have the Foxy Mama show, so be sure to check it out, which I do entertainment and review of a lot of TV shows. So be sure to check it out and subscribe. Yay!
That is so good. Thank you so much for coming. So today we have something important that we want to talk about, because every year. Hi, Oliver, George. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, Oliver.
Yeah, I say good evening, Foxy. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for always being there. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
So today we want to talk about resolutions. A lot of people every year. Oh God, mercy. I used to be in that category. Every year, I want to say, this is my resolution. This is what I want to do. And also, we said no blaming for 2021. So like last week, my guest talked about repositioning yourself. So when you reposition yourself, you're not going to blame anybody. So that's why I said this week, we want to talk about no blaming 2021 and resolutions. I don't know for you. I don't know if you do resolutions. For me, I have stopped because it's just not working. So we're going to go straight into it and talk about what we think about people setting resolutions, what they should do, and give them suggestions on what they should not do. And let's see how it's going to help one or two people as it helps us first. So over to you. Do you believe that people should set their resolutions for the year and all that stuff?
So thank you so much once again, Lillian, for having me on this show. And I'm very, very happy to be here today, because honestly, as one gets older, the more resolutions you don't keep, the more you realize that there's no point. So as you get older, when you're in your 20s, you'll be like, yes, you know what, this year I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go out. I'm going to be back, I'm going to do, you do all of that. I'm going to eat healthy. Then by the time you reach February, by the time Valentine's Day comes, you'll be like, say, I could just, let me just, So by the time you get older, you now realize, do I really need to have those resolutions? But why am I excited that you're doing that? We're doing this today. I'm very, very excited about it, because it made me sit down and think and say, okay, even if I don't have resolutions, because pretty much I'm coming from 2020, I was just grateful to just see 2021. However, for you guys in America, you guys already see, it looks like 2021 is already giving you poop. Pow.
Oh, terrible. Don't go there now.
The rest of us are watching. So pretty much all of us are just happy to make it into the new year, because even as at December, there was still so much going on. I tell you, that 25th of December, people were still passing, of course, the virus, the pandemic, and all of that was still going on. So Lillian, I was going to say that I'm very grateful that you asked me to come on to talk about this, because even though I don't do the resolution, but when I went to go do, like research and dig in, I was like, there's so much that you can actually do that it doesn't have to be a resolution, So as we go on, I'll give you a few hints. But I was very excited, really, because it made me realize that, oh wow, there's so much that we can do, even in a pandemic, that especially, let me not say even, but especially in a pandemic, we have to think about our mental well-being. We have to, there's so much, it doesn't have to be but we keep ourselves accountable. Pretty much that's what it is.
Yes, thank you so much. Exactly. Because like you rightly said, a lot of people, like I used to do that before, especially when I started battling with my weight. are like, oh my God, this year, oh, January, in fact, I'm not going to eat anything anymore. I just want to shed off 100 pounds in 1 week. But I find out that it wasn't working. So what I started doing was just set little goals for myself and say, okay, this week, what can I do? What was I doing before? And how can I change that thing that I'm doing just a little bit? And I found out that changing them a little bit started helping, you know? It started helping. So instead of saying, oh, I'm going to cut off 100 pounds in 1 week, I'm like, no. If I was eating a big pound of rice before that fills up this plate, what I want to do is cut it in half. And no, yeah,
this thing that you just said is very, very important, because a lot of time we set unrealistic goals, and then that's setting ourselves up for failure.
Yeah.
One of my friends, that's a very rich man, said to me a long time ago. He said that a lot of us are looking for how we're going to make money. How we're going to make money. He said that the most important thing is how, when you make that money, can you maintain it? And that got me thinking. I can never forget that. I'm like, he said it's even harder keeping that money. Why?
Absolutely.
Because people are begging, oh, please now, uncle, please now, because if they know you, and I'm like, well, that's rich people problems. Rich people problems, okay? But the thing I'm saying is pretty much, you want to get to a goal, a weight of, let's just give an example, you want to reach 55 kg, or a good 190 something kg. But the thing is, when you get there, can you maintain it?
Exactly.
So that's a goal that you have to be able to say, okay, it's not just getting there. You want to actually be able to. That's why you have to say, okay, when you become a billionaire, can you maintain it? Because it's not just making 1 billion, because you also have to continue consistently. So we look for goals that are consistent. So
that is so true, because I started doing that, and when I stopped doing the resolution thing, and I said, no, set little goals that that are measurable, that are achievable, instead of setting like a short time, set big time. And when it comes to that timing, another thing that I learned was that taught me a big lesson, to discipline myself with timing is, how you're going to somewhere and somebody says, how long will it take you to get to this place where I am? You say 5 minutes, and 4 hours they're waiting for you. So that also gave me an idea to like, no, you want to shed off your weight. Don't give time that is so short. Rather give a longer time. How long is it going to make me shed off 10 pounds? I'm not going to say 3 months. I'd rather say 6 months. So if I get there before 6 months, I'm cool with it. But if I get there after 6 months, I know that, okay, I've given myself that reasonable time.
Yep.
So, and a lot of people too, because of the resolution, it brings depression for them. Because they are not able to meet that thing that they want to do. An example, let's say some ladies, they're not married, they're in their late 30s, late 40s, and like, oh my God, oh, yakaba, I'm going to get married in 6 months. This year, 2021, especially when you go to church on the 31st. And they told you that by January, your husband will be waiting by the door. And now your husband is just coming in August.
I mean, leave me alone. This money.
Drink some water.
You said by January. Lina, I beg, leave me this money, no? I never know.
Receive it. You are going to get married by January 30th. And you are in August. There is nobody.
I remember those days, our prayer used to be husband, by force, by fire. Husband, amen. Husband be finance, amen. Romance after, that was the prayer. But the thing about it, for those of us that are, have married and all of that, we now realize that it's more important, not the wedding, but the marriage, which is also long-term goals, your long-term planning. You don't just want to rush into it, because when you rush in, you're definitely going to rush out. You want to spend your time and take your time. As much as we are laughing about it, thank God we can even laugh about it. But that's why we're talking about goals that are achievable.
Yes.
Things that you can actually meet. If it's okay, Lillian, I have a few things that I want people to
go ahead. Why I do some of these things, I bring them up. Go ahead.
The first thing I want to talk about is your career. Like a lot of us struggle in that we grab the first job that comes at us, and I totally get it, because I'm definitely a victim of that, you know, and I totally get it. But you have to sit down and actually plan and say, you know what? And then we find ourselves doing jobs that we really don't even like. We're not enjoying, you know, we're not feeling, we don't feel fulfilled at, you know. So I want to ask people to, the first thing for your life is say, oh, my career, where is it, you know, what do I want? If you have a job that you actually enjoy or you're there, then you can also say to yourself, oh, what are the things? Do I need to change career? If I'm in a good place, am I looking for a promotion? If I'm looking for a promotion, how am I going to get it? Am I doing the things? Am I getting to work on time? You know, and those are things that they're not necessarily what do you call them in every year that we set. No, but you just say to yourself, you know what, these are things I want to achieve. And I want to tell people, please don't be afraid of this little thing, a pen and a paper. Never be afraid to have pen and paper. Why? Because every time as you're moving, I always try to keep pen and paper handy. You might remember something, jot it down. Okay, what else? You know, are you doing the things that will help you to get to that career where you want to be? You know, all those things are very important, you know, like that's the first thing. Then the second one is your personal growth. You know, what are you doing about your personal growth? You don't want to, you know, of what is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul, which is what the Bible tells us, right? So you have to also think about yourself. A lot of times, especially for us women, we are so busy running around doing the building of the family, the children. You know, there's so much that you're trying to juggle, and a lot of us don't take time, you know, to talk about our personal growth.
Exactly. Go
You want
ahead.
me to go in? I still have. The matter of plenty. Plenty. I told you. You really made me think about my.
Share with us because
Okay, cool.
there are some of them I will please show. You know, I'll just put it on the screen later as you share with us. But go ahead, please.
Okay. So when you think about your personal growth, you're going to be thinking about, you know, what makes you happy. Are you happy? Are you stressed? You know, some of us have, especially in the last year that we had, last 2020 was rough. You know, so a lot of us did not realize that. Wow, we needed to actually talk to people, and by that it means picking up the phone and calling for help and saying, you know what, I'm not doing well. At the point last year, I had to say, you know what, where's the shrink? I need to find a shrink. You know, an advert came on, and I was like, oh, for a lot of people, with all the pandemic going on, the stress, you know, people don't call, we don't talk. Pandemic since 1919. You know, so it was a very, very frightening situation. A lot of us had to go into
depression.
Homeschool. That was very stressful. In addition to working, in addition to taking care of the children. Remember, many of us couldn't have cleaners, couldn't have cooks, because we had to literally disperse a lot of people. You know, so a lot of us had to learn to become the cook, caterer, cleaner, everything in the house, as well as teachers. You know, and at that point, I had to say, oh my gosh, I appreciate teachers. Lillian, I appreciate teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Even going to the grocery store to buy food, it was a very just to go and buy to the market became right? So all those things had to take us to, you know, if your blood pressure was down, it took us, a lot of us, to like thinking. A lot of people got into drugs, a lot of people got into alcohol, a lot of people got into depression. There are so many things. So you have to think about your personal well-being. Then also, I'm also talking about relationship. It was a good time to sit back and say, okay, you know what where are my relationships? A lot of us were able to pick up old relationships. You know, some people didn't. If you know, so you also have to think about your relationship. Where are you? Are there people that in your life that are toxic that you just need to get rid of?
Exactly.
You know,
that is huge.
Very huge. You know, so it was a good time to look through your Facebook page. Some people say they have 5,000. Some people say they have 5,000 Facebook friends. But meanwhile, maybe they only, you know, talk to 2 or 10 people in the whole year. You know, but so they say a person that is lonely, not someone that has less than 1,000 friends. So I guess I'm a lonely person. So now you're looking at your personal relationships and just say, oh, are there any benefiting relationships that you can push? Your mentors, who do you need to look at as your mentors? Are there people that I can imitate, that I can, you know, grow into? You know, then you look at your finances, which is a very important thing. If pandemic taught me one thing, Lillian, pandemic taught me to save.
Yeah. So learn how to save. Yeah.
If pandemic taught me one thing, God, Heavenly Father, if we get out of this pandemic sooner rather than later, I will make sure, it's so this time pandemic really opened up a lot of people. I remember when I used to work in the bank. I remember when once Friday comes, bankers are the most wasteful people. And then, unfortunately, the bank had problems. There was a financial situation on the bank. And within a month, 2 months, a lot of us were, a lot of people were like scrambling, looking for, and you're thinking to yourself, these are people that earn 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 a month. And yet, these are people that talk about savings and treasury bills and all, and yet, many of us don't save. Many of us don't invest. So with regards to finances, 2020, if anything has taught us, it should be, oh wow, you need to sit down with a banker. Well, a good banker, I would say. Sit down with a good banker and plan.
Financial investor or somebody who
even if it is just 5,000, 1,000 here, $50 there, $10 every month, put it aside for tomorrow so that tomorrow we will not cry. Because see, a lot of us, even people that are in good jobs, a lot of people lost their jobs this year, and it was a real eye-opener. If you had debt, start paying them down. A lot of things. While we all want to eat out, we want to eat good food and everything, but at the end of the day, you're eating all those things to your future, your detriment. So it's not every time we have to be out there or have dinner or buy this and buy that shoe. Do you really need that shoe? Let me now ask. A lot of us buy shoe, gold, dress. Do we really need all those things? I for some time, the car that we had was sitting and parked. Many of us, and I'm like, I only have one car.
I didn't drive from man.
Sorry, I thought you were speaking.
No, I said we did not drive for months.
Did not move.
The only thing was just go warm it so that the tire won't go down. Just warm the car.
Exactly. So people just and in my mind I'm thinking I can imagine people that had 4 or 5 cars sitting down in packed. I'm just like, oh wow. All this thing is all vanity upon vanity. All the Gucci bags that we bought, we're wearing these. How many
the shoes are there?
How many shoes? I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, oh wow, do you know I can't remember last time I wore my high heels. Do you know, like, and then that is if you have the leg to even wear it in, because now once you start getting old, you start having all kinds of issues, so you're like, so all those things are things that you're like, okay, that 2,000 I spent buying a Gucci bag, I could actually put, because when you start putting that money into an account and you're seeing that money every day, even if it's small, by the time that money reaches $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, you'll be like,
take a good vacation.
And then another thing I also thought was health and fitness. That's the last one I want to talk about. Health and fitness. You just decide, okay, with regards to health and fitness, Lilian already spoke about, having good goals about health and fitness. So make sure that you have, set goals. Even if, and sometimes we might say, okay, every week I just want to work out twice a week, which is good. It might not even be going on the treadmill or going on to the gym or whatever. No. It might just be walking around your house, 2 or 3 times, and you are good. Honestly, it might just even be cutting down on salt. It might even just be introducing vegetables. It might just be as little as that, and saying that every week there must be some green in my plate.
Oh, you said it all. I'm telling you, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people this pandemic made them gain extra pounds, and I told them that, well, for me, the pandemic made me lose more, because no, it's true. Because when it started, I knew that was a route. It would take a lot of people. And I happened to be home at that time, that period. So I purposely, intentional, when you do something intentional, you say, I want to be intentional about this. I intentionally cut down what I ate, because if you don't do that, anything we want to do in life, just like you explained right now, you have to be intentional about it. I want to save. I want to cut down what I buy. They are not necessary. Okay, look at how many months people didn't wear shoe. People didn't drive. So you have a big car outside, whatever car you have, Cadillac, Murano, you have all these big cars outside. And you're driving them.
Cardi B, them are still buying all those big cars for their men and all. Where did they drive and go?
Yeah, you want to drive and work out. There is nowhere to go to, no eatery, no dancing place, excuse me. So when you look at all these things, you have to be intentional to say, I want to save so I can have money to buy food. A lot of people had problems. You know? Is it from my side or you?
No,
Okay.
I'm trying to check up on you. Go ahead.
Okay. So a lot of people had that problem last year. So that's why we're saying that 2021, there should be no blaming. We are setting the floor for everybody. Take a record, take a notebook, take a board, write down, what do you want to do? What are the things you want to cut off? There's something you said too that was very profound. You talked about toxic friends, toxic relationship, people who are not adding to your life.
Yep.
Put them away, give them some kind of holiday. You don't need to bring them around you. You want people who will motivate you. Let me tell you something. During the pandemic, there were some people that it wasn't interesting to talk to them, because why? Anytime you talk to them, they bring you more fear, more panic attack. So it's just the same thing. So this year you want to say, who is adding to me positively?
That's true.
You know? Because we are all adults. I'm
That's
not
true.
going to come and add more wahala to you. I want to, motivate you. I want to inspire you. I want to talk about business.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
this thing that you said is very, 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 very interesting, because funny, when the pandemic hit in Asia, right? A lot of people in China, they said a lot of marriages went kaput. It was been a very, very trying time for marriages. So when I heard that, I was like, oh wow, I get it. I totally get it, because a lot of times, a lot of us just sleep in the same bed, and the next day we've gone out. So now this pandemic really show us real marriage, waiting marriage. So I thought that was really, really interesting. I was like, oh wow, a lot of people, a lot of people headed for the divorce after the pandemic in Wuhan and all of that, went down, because it was very difficult, being with the children all alone for 6 months, 7 months. Now
can I jump in to tell you why that problem is like that? So, and that is one of the things we're encouraging people with what we're doing today. Okay. So now, when you are married, especially those people who live abroad, maybe the Chinese people, you're just talking about now, and even some people from our community. When you are married, you must have time to spend with your spouse and children. It's not just all about work. I see some people here in America, all they do morning to night. In fact, it's like, when you were in high school in Nigeria, you know what we call the relay. We give the baton. How we give the baton? I did 4x400 meters. So when you run, you give the next person the baton. They give baton by the door. Okay, I don't they go see the key or see the thing. They just give back. They don't spend time with their spouses. So that was why this pandemic now, they have to be home with each other. It's now this way they do things. But we've been married since and you've not been seeing it. No, I haven't. Because you have not spent time. So 2021 is good to spend time with your spouse, even if it's just weekend, spend time with them. Your children.
That's funny. Yesterday night, I was telling my husband, are we doing date night? I was telling my husband, are we doing date night tonight? He said, which one? He laughed. He laughed, but funny. And then from one of the children came out and he was like, oh, they're doing date night. And I'm like, you see this one. Come on, go to sleep.
Yeah.
But those are the things that we need to we shouldn't ask because we're Africans feel, oh, those things are not important. It is important. Those are the things that
important.
Yes, it keeps the relationship going, So sometimes I'll be like, okay, then let me just go and do my makeup and just dress up and do my hair, do something different. Try on different. So I had a few things. I don't know, Lillian, if you have the list. Any of the list.
Some of the list. Yes, I do have it. I think I brought them in already. Which one do you want? The green or the yellow? This? This one.
Yeah, this one is good. Okay, we can do this one. Can you? Okay, yeah, let's do this one.
Okay.
This one is happiness challenge. These are just a few things that and all these things are. If you guys check on Pinterest, you find so much.
Yes, please. Before you continue, we will let them know we got it from Pinterest. So just in case, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this is just one, a few. This is like, for me, this is like a 30-day happiness challenge. I thought it was really good. It just says a few things that
Yes.
few things that you can do. Call a friend, read a book, lay your bed. Lay in your bed. It's even a little thing. It might be, you might think it's a little thing, but
I love it.
come
A
in.
clean bed.
Yes, when you come into a room that is tidy, it
Mm.
there's a difference, right?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
there are those little small little things that we can do. The other day I
Yes.
found this book. I have so many of them. I buy them. Archie, I don't know if you guys can see.
Yes, I
Archie
can see them.
magazine.
Archie,
You know,
1,000 something something.
yes, there's so much that we can do. The other day I found an M&B, Mills and Boone. Remember, I think
Oh my God!
I
Can you
know.
send me the link?
I
That
was,
was a book I used to
I
read
just,
as a
I just
teen.
so many books you can read.
No way.
So I got the M&B. I forgot. I left it
Please,
up.
we need to talk. I need my Mints and Bones back. I read Mints and Bones
Yes.
like
Remember the
crazy.
books? Yes. And those are the things that you read back and you be like, oh, I can't wait to be married. Oh, when is this prince coming? Those are the things that we need to. Yes. So these are the little things that we can read. I don't know if I had a few more books.
I
Unfortunately,
need the links for the Mints and Bones.
I learned to. I normally make pancakes, but my pancakes always turn out flat. So the other day I actually said, "Oh, I'm going to learn how to do a really fluffy pancake." And the secret to making a fluffy pancake is to whisk. There's like I
Yeah,
found.
and I make very good pancake too, and I actually do oil-free pancake. So I'm
Look at
very
that.
good.
You see,
Oh yeah,
so you
I
can learn.
make good pancake.
Just
Yeah.
like if you put that thing up again, pretty much just a few things that we can do that will keep
Yes.
you happy. You
So
don't have to do everything. You just have to pick
yes.
a few. Even if you say, okay, I'm going to do 5 of them. This is my me time. These are my own me. Pick up the phone and call an old friend. There are some people that you call, and it should just be like we
Yeah.
continue from where we stopped 2 years ago. We just
Yes.
it's not. I called her last time. She was the one that no. Having friendship is not about. Oh, there's some people that will just call and will be like, babe, how far? Oh, did it? And we'll just continue. And you'll be like, and I'm like, oh, I know I'm going to be on the phone for the next 1 hour, without a doubt. So pick up the phone, call friends, and then meditation is also another good one I found.
Oh yeah.
There are just so many things there. Start a journal. I thought that one was also a good one. Start
Yeah.
a journal. There's also people have good hobbies. I've always wanted to make soap. I've never learned how to make soap. And you never know that your hobby, you might just start a little hobby. It might be knitting. My grandmom used to knit, and so I learned how to knit. And I'm like,
I learned how to do crochet.
you look at that. So you should pick up and say, you know what? Before the end of this pandemic, I'm going to make something. Just say that to you and just say, okay, you know what? So just find things that make you happy. It shouldn't always be about the children. It shouldn't always be about the man. It should be sometimes be about.
I'm going to let you continue. There's something you said there again that is profound. When you say these key things, I like to come in. I'll let you continue. So now most people in our community, they always give these excuses of, oh, my children, my husband, my children. Come on now. I keep telling them, I said, listen, your life is what your life is. You're going to give accountable of just your life. God blessed you with those children, but not with a problem. So you can't say because you have children, you can't take care of yourself. You can't look sexy anymore. You just the yakata. You don't want to do anything new. You're not going to tell your husband, hey, honey, how's your hair? How's your this? You don't check your husband out anymore. All you just do is, I had the children and go, and me and the children go, me and the children, they go, oh, me and the children. Come on now. So I like that you are stressing because you are a wife, you are a mother, and you take time to look sexy and also take time to nurture your husband. Because if you don't do that, when you die, you don't finish. The children live their own life. So you have to nurture yourself, not because you're married or you are a mother. You now begin to walk around with wrapper on your chest. I'm in the house, like they see me since now. Then you don't take care of yourself anymore. You can't wear bomb shot for your spouse.
You better put on, because listen, I always tell women, if you don't wear that bomb shot for him, the man will sit outside. So you better be when, and I also tell the women, spend your husband's money. Don't be afraid to spend it. Spend that money, because if you don't spend that money, by the time, listen, swipe that gold card. Don't now go talk say teaching a bad thing. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, we have, yeah, spend the man's money and let him see it. Invest one time to time. Go and buy some nice on lingerie, and spend, and then do your hair nice. Change your hair from time to time. Get a nice. Lillian, I beg, leave me before I say I'm beginning to teach them.
No, it's good, because that is why we're saying this. It's not just people setting unrealistic goals. They're not doing anything each year. The same thing. We are women. We are matured. We have to tell each other the truth. Even the men too are learning. The men that are watching, you're not just going to say, "Oh, my wife, it's okay now, not the same person now." No, even you, the man, take care of yourself. So this thing, we're just like saying women. We're saying is the same thing to the men too.
Women and
take care of yourself. Wear nice boxers. This is a new year. If the belly get as it big, fine as you take limit some things. Not they drink too much. If you're drinking, cut it down. If you're eating too much fufu, cut it down. Eat before 5 o'clock. You want to take care of yourself. You're not doing it because you just want. I tell people, staying healthy as a health and wellness coach, I have learned that staying healthy is not just all about losing weight. It's all about feeling good.
True.
You understand? It's about feeling good. When you look yourself, you say, "Oh my God." The other day I was looking at myself in the mirror and say, "Hey, this is when be the fold year, no folding again." No, oh my God, this is good. You like yourself, even as a man. Even as a man,
try out new makeup.
Energy,
Try out new makeup.
Exactly, new makeup for the women. Go ahead, my sister. Yeah.
Do you want to put the other one, my 2020?
The other one, yes, I will do that now.
That one.
Yes. Very important.
Yeah. So this one just says a little thing as, do you know, I found out we're meant to drink a gallon of water every day.
Yeah.
Many of us don't even drink 2-3 cups, but so if you can get a gallon, keep a gallon, drink as much water as you can. If you take vitamins, that's also healthy. The older you get,
yes,
in your skin, mineral oils. Lillian, you know all of that. Please check out the real Lillian show. Without a doubt, you learn so much because she does so much of that on her show. So be sure to check that out, please. Take care of yourself. Take care of your smile. See.
Yes.
I was looking at teeth whitening. I'm looking at teeth whitening. All those things are very important. If you're drinking alcohol, drink less. I know a lot of people really got into a lot of drugs and alcohol this period and the people thought they were trying to using it to cope. But a lot of us, took it out of context. And I had to say to myself, you know what, Nana, that's it. No more alcohol. Just, cut it out completely, Then take a break. Sometimes take a break. that breathing exercise where you breathe in, for count to 5, breathe out, count to 5, do that 5 times and start doing it intermittently during your day. These are all little things that we can do, which is not, they are not 2021, what do you call it again, Lillian?
Resolution and blaming.
But they're just little things that you can just commit yourself to.
Yes.
Reading a book, listening to an audio book. The other day I was listening to Michael Cohen's audio book, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy created a lot of things, that's going on with Trump. And I was like, wow, the book was very interesting, and for some time I haven't read, because it's like, oh, I'm always so busy, one thing. But take that time for you, ask for help. That's another thing I was going to say to people. Please, if you need the help, ask for help.
Yes.
Don't be ashamed to ask and call and say, look, oh, hey, you know what? I can't do this. Can you please help me with my kids? Can you come and take the children away before? Because I find that a lot of times you hear, oh, God forbid, but it does happen. Oh, did somebody carry the gun and shot that person? So before it gets to that, you can ask a neighbor, a friend, please, can you come and take my children away from me? Can you just keep them, even if it's 1 hour? The other day, the children went to school and I know the children went out for an hour with my friend, my neighbors, who is also part of my cohort, right? And I was alone in the house. Lillian, do you know, for me, that was profound because it was like
heaven.
Silence. And I hadn't experienced that silence in for months and months, because I had been with them all the time, right? And it was like, wow. Just sometimes I was even saying, oh, you know what? I am going to go create a little safe haven. If you have enough space in your house, push some chairs aside, buy a new chair if you can. Get a nice art painting. Let
Even
it be
if, sorry to
your
cut in, even if,
sanctuary.
sorry to interject, even if they don't buy a new chair, there is something I discovered also. There is a chair cover. You can buy a chair cover that will
True.
turn your chair
That's true.
into new.
Sanctuary, a little sanctuary, buy fresh flowers and let
Mhm.
that be. And nobody tell everybody, this is my play area, this is my play area, this is for me, this is mommy's sanctuary. Nobody's allowed to come here. And I created that little space that is just, and I go and I sit down there, put my candle up, and let the candle just be, my scented candle. Those are just little things. I'm not saying that you must do this, but I'm just saying, if you look at the list, there are just so many little things that we can, do that will
Yeah.
positively impact us. That it's not, oh, I must do exercise, I must lose. No, it can be little things like that take your stress level down. And stress is also a huge factor that causes us
Yes.
to hold on to fat. But when you begin to decompose, begin to look at yourself as a human being and you begin to appreciate yourself, it's very interesting.
Thank you so much. In fact, what you're saying is so, so amazing. And I know our time is going. We didn't intend to stay too long.
I
We
know.
just, we just want to give these tips to encourage our women and our men out there that this year, hi. Thank you so much, everybody that have been joining us from Facebook, from YouTube. Tell us, will we understand? This is from Ramina Amadala, aka Romidi Show. Thank you so much. Digital Tech, Dennis Agagara. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, all of you that have been watching. What we are saying here today, just to encourage us. As we encourage you people, we're encouraging ourselves also to say, this year, don't set resolutions. The reason is that, but if you want to set, you can keep it, it's fine. Rather, do what is called a SMART. And SMART simply means set goals you can keep, that you can maintain, that you can nurture, that is achievable, that is realistic, and the time frame, don't set minimum little time. Give yourself the space. You want to marry, yes, we know that. You're 30 years old. It's okay. Just say, God, you know what? It comes this year. If it doesn't come, I'm waiting. But when you say now by force, by fire, hey, Holy Ghost, kaka. If you
See that, and you find out that a lot of people have not even written down the 10 things that they want in the partner, such that if
exactly.
anybody comes, you just accept the next person.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
not everybody is yours. Write a list of the things that you
Oh,
want
I
in
like
the man
that.
or the woman. Yes, like just good. No, there is no blaming it. Exactly. Just write your list of what you want to see in the other person. Sometimes you don't even take care of yourself. You don't take care of your home. Yeah.
Yes.
Declutter. Throw away some things. Throw away. Don't be afraid to throw. Don't be a hoarder.
Oh God, I
Don't be a
like
hoarder. Throw away things. Get rid of things that you don't use. That people. Give them out. Send them to motherless babies' home and places. Give them to Red Cross. And you feel better. You feel all the better. Funny. I read a Bible that said there is a Bible verse a few days ago, and it actually said there are some that by giving out they are bigger. And I was like, and some people by keeping they are smaller. I said,
Oh,
wow. I now Bible verse. Wait, it did for Bible. It did for Proverbs.
yes.
I read it. I said, wow. So you mean that sometimes it's not always grab,
No.
and keep. That is not actually what makes you a big. It makes you smaller when you are doing all those grab and keep. You can see where I've seen in Nigeria where millionaires go they grab where you go for. I was there. People want to grab, take, and you're thinking to yourself, all these things that they're grabbing, they will be grabbing little take me home things. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, millionaire is struggling to collect umbrella. You know, it's the mentality that we keep. Like sometimes you give away and you're all the richer for it.
Absolutely. You're so, so, so true. There's something you said that I'm going to say, bring back in there. You see, I think somebody was saying it somewhere I went to a long time ago. He said, something that you have not used for 1 year or 2 years, you don't need it. So you have that dress, it keeps getting smaller and tighter and tighter. You have not worn it in years. Can you just go and donate it? So what we are saying today to our viewers is
That's
very
for me.
simple.
That is for me, because I'm still hoping that I'm still going back to size 8.
No, there are some that are you like, okay, I might wear it, but there are some you know that I will really not wear this thing. You understand? Or maybe some shoes you keeping there. You know it's not your size. If it's your size, it's okay. It's new. I might wear it. It's different. But you know this one is not more sizing you and it's new. Or maybe you know how sometimes women you go to the market and you see a shoe you really like it and it's not your size. I've done that several times. I buy it. I give it out. You know, I don't, even if it's your size, there might be somebody who need it more than you. Yesterday night, I was watching there's this kind of thing on Facebook that I saw, and it said, born this way. I think that's the word there. I'm born this way. And I looked through a lot of people. When I looked through them, I said, God, this year, I have no reason to complain of anything because it could be worse. There are some people, but you've seen that this year some people have entered. They've started complaining. They are not even setting the resolutions or goal. They are complaining. They've put down the list of their enemies that they are enmity with. Come on now.
Not enemy list.
Oh yes, this is my enemy. This is my enemy. In fact, this is why would you have somebody as your enemy? It makes you get older fast. It makes you get people who don't easily guess my age. I say, because I have decided that I will not stress myself. I'm going to look young, rejuvenated. The more older I get, the younger I look. Is your
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
well, you can't be 30 years and be looking 50 and you are blaming me. Don't blame me, because you are not.
Lillian, I keep saying everybody's like, why would you, if I get money now and I have to go collect some fat from here, there, you know, and take these things up, make sure everything is.
Sure. You know? So, but you know, there's some points there that we also stated. Sometimes you might not even need too much of that big money. You might just mix something small.
Little
thing. You might do your black soap that you are using.
Little things.
Yes.
You know, like the other day, I was like, I'm going to listen to some old music, and I was so happy. I started dancing. Yes. I got up over 10,000 something, 12,000 steps because I was just dancing. And I was like, because it took me back, you know, and I was just little things like that, you know, and it could be just once a day, once a while, you know, Saturday morning, you wake up, let me listen to Howard Stern, listen to oldies, 90s or 90s, listen to, you know, there's just so much that we can do that, you know, declutter, clean, throw some things out, you know, turn on an audio book, listen to it in your ear, you know, cut out.
Another thing I want to encourage our women to is learn to eat with your spouse and children. You know, sometimes those things also bring that closure, makes you feel good and different. And you can say, I'm married. Some people are married for 5-10 years. They've never sat down to eat with their spouse.
True, that's true. Turn off the TV from time to time.
Yeah, they never sat down to even watch a movie or sat down to eat with the children.
Watch something. Sometimes people will say, no, you like this Real Housewives of Atlanta? Please check it out. Foxy Mama 365. I do the reviews.
Yes.
I'm like, because it is mindless entertainment, right? I'd rather listen to that than hear, 4,000 people died, 3,000 people died, the virus is this. And like I was telling you before the show, I heard of a young lady that went literally crazy. Why? Because she was watching CNN, Fox News, Trump, and all of that. While it's okay to know make sure we're keeping abreast with but you don't have to know that every day. This number of people that you don't need to, you know, you don't need to be so absorbed in how many people have died and all of that. You know, sometimes cut out negativity. You know, look for something light, easy things that you enjoy. Carry your Bible and read. Okay.
Yes, this person said, this is Dennis. Let me read it. I know a lot of people have been writing things since. It is true. They have started complaining about flimsy things rather than count their blessings for all that God has done. They are angry for the things they don't have yet, focusing on the negative breeds low vibes and negativity. And it's true because, you know, that thing I was watching yesterday, my sister, you know, born this way, I saw some people without limbs. They are happy. I saw some people without legs. They are happy. I saw some people who don't even have the kind of body you have. They are happy. You know, people with different things. And I looked at them and they're so happy. And I'm like, why is it you that have your body complete? You are still not happy that you don't even have children, or you don't have a spouse, or you don't have this. What is wrong with human beings? So this year, we're encouraging people. Our time is gone. We're encouraging people, please, don't kill yourself. You don't want to go into
material things,
problem, depression, and anxiety. Then and now in our Nigerian or African community, mental health is huge. Now before they say we know they know. Now it is inside, we they know. Depression is huge.
It's a reality.
Yeah, last May I had panic attack. I had panic attack, but I knew that it was from staying too much at home. I wasn't watching too much of news, obviously. I took time to watch other programs, but it was too much. I never stayed at home like
Shut
that.
it down. Yep, shut it down.
Oh, no, I had panic attack.
Last year was rough.
1 week, I had panic attack. 1 week. Even though, that week I had some things that happened earlier in the week, and that's kind of, added to the whole thing. But it's true that the people in the African community, we are experiencing that now. There are a lot of mental health issue. Yeah. So don't blame anybody.
Please don't be afraid to ask for help. Please,
yes.
Reach out and talk about it. Reach out. Mental health is real. It's not something that we say, oh, because I'm a man, I don't cry. Yes. Because we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it with people outside. Oh, we shouldn't talk. I had to call a shrink and say, Omo, I'm not doing well. And the lady talked to me and said, okay, Nana, you have to understand that I know we all want to strive. We all want to be up there. We all have things that we've planned. But you know what? Life throws things at you and you don't know. So it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to share. It's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay to understand that it's okay not to be okay.
Yes. Oh, I like that word there. It's okay not to be okay. Because a lot of people, I'm telling you, when you see some of the things that are happening, look at the man I was hearing recently that the wife, told him that the 2 kids they have, the children are not for him, and they went and committed suicide. Do you think that idea of suicide just came that day? No. This man has been going through stuff. So just like you said, if you are a man watching us and you're going through problems in your home, speak to somebody. Don't keep it and say, I be man. No. It's African man, they're not to talk anything. Make we just suck them in. No. Speak to somebody. I need help. I need counseling. What do I do? This is what is going on with me. That man, that day, the suicide idea, that didn't just come that day. There must be some certain things he's been seeing, but he was keeping it, sucking it in, didn't want to share it because of the stigma and the shame. And now here is the problem, right? So it is very, very important that,
if you ever contemplate suicide, please, there's always a suicide helpline.
Even if you died of, they just alerted me. Even if you died of heart attack, some of those things contributed. There's always, something that has been brewing before it goes to climb.
A lot of our young people are dying much earlier than they should because we're not taking care of ourselves. Every day we're eating nkwobi, beer parlor, drinking big stout, and we're watching Arsenal. Even watching Arsenal, sometimes when it becomes too much, you shouldn't
give you anxiety.
It's a hobby. It shouldn't be something that should be giving you when my husband supports Arsenal. And I'm like, babe, listen, if Arsenal is not doing well this year, it's okay, so it shouldn't be something that should raise your blood pressure too much, and then look out for each other. Please look out for each other, check on each other. Have you taken your medication? Have you taken, like a lot of people have been saying, I wanted to speak about this, Lillian, very quickly. I noticed people were giving testimonies in church in Nigeria, and a lot of testimonies was, when I went to the doctor, they said, that your blood pressure was too high, and they gave me the drug, and I went home, and my blood pressure is good. No. Blood pressure is usually not something that comes in one day. It can also be a hereditary. It could be something from the family. That's what hereditary
Yes.
means. And it's not something that you're going to take medicine one time and then it will go. It's not something that you're going to pray about and it will go. This is probably not topic for this. So, but
no, we're going to come back because this year, by the grace of God, I'm really going to focus a lot on
there's so much. There's so much.
health and mental health, and I'm going to really bring you on because the truth is, even women. Do you know that also as women, as you give birth, as you do the period, that comes every month. So as you get older, most women are anemic.
Lillian, we have to talk about that. We have to talk about menopause.
We will come, we will talk about them because most of them now they give them iron tablets. I'm anemic. Well, we just keep saying, no talk about, they don't know say you get anything, no talk about. Who is perfect? You understand? So they give you iron tablets, drink it. Because sometimes you're not able to eat all those nutrients as you get older.
And it's not, it's the way we are conditioned. Oh, don't let them hear. Don't let them hear. When I turned 42 or so, I became hypertensive. And I'm like, so I'm on medication. So I was saying about it's not something that
we come back to talk about it because
it's not something you're going to pray away. It's something that you're going to start to monitor.
We will come back to talk about it. Yes.
And it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to share. It's okay. People are HIV positive and they don't want to talk about it, and it's okay. We should have to start taking away the stigma of all this. I know this is probably not part of this topic, but it's part of wellness.
I like it. We're going to come back to talk about it because our people in our community, they need to
be people perish for lack of knowledge.
Exactly. Do you know how many celebrities who have problems since they were like teen and they've been managing their life? They're in their 60s now, in their 50s. Nobody is perfect, but that problem of the culture or maybe the religion that we have been kind of
don't let anybody know
into to say, you know what, you have iron issue, don't take iron tablet. Hey, seriously? Or
please, if you're a woman,
a woman, a lot of women are anemic.
Once you turn 24, 25, you should make sure you have a gynecologist on stand. You should go to a gynecologist. Listen, I'm just putting this part of overall mental. You have to
mental health
until you marry, and then it's now when you marry, first year of marriage, you're like, hey, where's the pikin? Pikin must come. No.
Do you know when I went to Nigeria a couple of years ago, I was privileged to go to a church and speak on health, what we need to do as women to take care of ourselves and all that. And I find out that a lot of women, they're like even in their 50s, they've never done pap smear.
No.
Now another day.
Before let's Leah, do you want to put the 30-day mental health challenge?
I did not raise that one. I'm not sure I downloaded
that one. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is let's have a topic on mental health, on depression and anxiety. Then I'm going to bring that and really display it because a lot of people in our community, do you know, it will baffle you. Some of them don't even sleep if they don't take medication. It's okay. But we are going to bring them tips on how to alleviate it, how to bring it down, how to tone it down, and so many things that they can do. So I want to thank everybody. We did not intend to stay this long. We just wanted to give you guys few tips. As we are starting this year, I really want to every Saturday bring in people that will be talking about different things and how we can start this year on a good footing and on a good note. Nena is going to come back on a lot of the shows again with me because there's so many things to share in our community and let them know that we can live healthy and be happy in our homes and outside. If we do so, it's a choice. You have to choose it. And I believe that people who are watching us, they want to choose it too.
Funny that you just hit on a great topic I said I must talk about. Happiness is a choice.
Oh, I'll write it down.
Happiness is a choice. Your happiness does not depend on a man, a woman, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, on money, no money, poverty. You can even I've seen people that don't have much, but The laughter.
They're happy.
I entered. I went to sell insurance to a family. They didn't have much. The husband cracked us up. He was playing his musical instrument. They had about 5 children. Filipino family.
Oh, that's so good. That's so
I
beautiful.
was thinking to myself,
Oh my God.
wow, oh wow. And then you go to homes that they have the husband is in the north wing, the wife is in the south wing, the children are in the east. And so happiness is a choice. So I would just say in the closing, everyone should decide today, I'm going to be happy. Even if whatever situation, whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through, but just decide, I'm going to be happy. Carry your old book, read your old book, carry your Bible, read your Bible, carry a nice, interesting book, sit down and read it and say, you know what, let's be the heavens fall.
Drink a lot of water.
A
lot of
water. Look pretty.
Look pretty, because water cleanses your skin. Drink 2-3 of this a day, you'll be good.
Yes.
Thank you so much, my sister. God bless.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of you. See you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.